Welcome back to Pierre's Panic Room. You know how we do. Don't forget to hit the notification bell or the subscription bell, whatever. Just hit some of them bells down there and let you know our show coming on, man. If you want to follow a show that you really care. All right, y'all. This next young gentleman, he really cares, man. He's an internationally known artist, man. I'm so excited about having him on here, man. Level my damn show up, okay? So it's going to be off the chain for now. I'm about to be arrogant in a motherfucker. I got him on the show. He's an internationally known artist. I can read all his credits forever. He got triple. We got platinum album out the ass on so many albums. I guess an international artist from Africa. Don't know if he came from Africa to do the show, but if he did, I really appreciate that long flight. But give it up for the one and only Mr. Akon! Oh, man. Brother, thank you, man. Thank you for coming through, brother. Oh, yeah. Can we get him some drink, miss, over there at the phone? Yeah, give him some pineapple fresco. Yeah, fresco, whatever. Show him something. Show him we got some class. Man, look at you, brother. Yeah, bring the microphone closer, man. We ain't got nothing to work. You know how to work it, how you want it. Oh,
yeah,
yep.
There we go.
Well, the microphone, all right, raise up just a little bit, because it's the way, our shit's cheap, so you got to do it like that. All right, we can hear. He's mic'd up, everything's mic'd up on him, cool? All right, y'all. Yeah. So this is our drink pour. This is Tammy. From Jersey too. She's from Jersey. Yeah, she know a little something. Yeah. No, take that. We ain't sponsoring that shit. Pay him that, okay? We sponsoring our own shit, okay? You ain't got that right. First of all, man, on some real shit, thank you so much for coming, man.
No, absolutely, brother.
You don't understand, man. I've talked to a couple people. My show just started off. I talked to most people are cool with me. A couple people give me the Hollywood thing. Yeah, holler at my people, holler at me, and they don't go nowhere sometimes. Right. You know what I'm saying? I understand, but still, I met my man at the fights. We were in fights in L.A. I was down in the front row where he was at. He belonged. Somebody was missing the seat, so I got to take their seat and shit. But he didn't know that and shit. Yeah, but you here now, damn the bullshit, okay? I wasn't supposed to be down there that close to the ring, but no. So I hollered at you, man. I said, yo, could you come do my show, man? I said, I got a podcast. Could you come do it? You said, Pete, hey, yeah, I'll do it, man. So here's your number. And I was like, okay. I said, don't Hollywood me. My man turned around and look what, he's here, man. This was no more than 2 weeks ago, man. So I got number love and respect for you, man, that you look out.
Absolutely.
Because even myself, I look out sometimes for younger people like in the business who ain't got a lot of numbers on their podcast. I still pop through because we got to help each other, man. And I feel like you the type of artist that like to help a lot of folks, man.
That's what we don't understand as a people. If we don't help each other, we ain't gonna get nowhere, bro.
Right.
Like,
that's
at the end of the day, it boils down to either you're gonna do it or you're not.
Right. That's true.
It's that simple.
But why do people say they're gonna do it when they ain't gonna do it, man? Well, you've heard that kind of shit all the time.
I hear it all the time.
Well, not no
I
more.
see it all the time.
Even at your level now?
Oh, I mean, there's. Pull it closer.
Oh, closer to him?
How's that? That's good.
Does it work? All right, no worries. So even at your level, I know you hear it. Mm-hmm. Your level, I'm surprised you hear it.
No, I mean, you're gonna get it at every level.
Really?
The levels don't change when it comes to
people bullshit, Akon.
Dog, integrity is like ain't nobody immune to not having integrity. I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta either be a man or woman of your word,
right?
Or you just not. And you can see the difference in people that's successful who actually keep their word.
Right.
And the way I look at it is, I don't look at anything and take it for granted.
Okay.
The smallest little thing that you may look down on may be that thing that sparks to become bigger than what you ever expected to be.
That's real.
Nobody don't know where you're gonna be 10 years from now.
Sure.
But I guarantee them same people that said no, let you do something spectacular next 10 years. How are they gonna be breaking their leg to come see you? Right. And then clearly you're gonna do what you do.
Well, yeah, right. I'm gonna remember.
You're gonna always remember. You're never gonna forget that.
Right. I may not say, nah, you can't be on my show, because I learned this business.
You'll just be too busy.
You got to, oh, damn, that's how it is. You too busy?
You're just too busy.
Damn, okay.
And some people, are they special enough for you to stop what you're doing?
Ooh.
That's the question. It's like relationships, right? Every nigga gonna fuck up.
Right.
It's not whether or not they're gonna do it. It's a matter of when they're gonna do it. So the question to the woman is, do I love him enough to take the bullshit?
You hear that, ladies? From Akon. That's Akon Samuels. Okay.
But it's the truth, and that's just life. And that's with friends and people. Right. Some people got great energy, great spirits. You want to look out for them.
All right.
Some people, are dickheads, but at the end of the day, everybody can change, but you can't be the judger of that. That's not your responsibility. You can just do what you can do.
I like that. I'm gonna get into a lot of that too.
Right.
First of all, so I heard you was born in St. Louis, and then y'all went to Synagogue, Africa.
No. So this happened. Yeah, it's just like that. But ultimately, my dad wanted to make sure that we all had citizenship. So every time my mom was pregnant, he'd fly her to the States.
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah.
I love it.
We get born, and the ship was right back.
That's funny. That's what it is?
That's so. We was all born in St. Louis.
Okay. Now, growing up in synagogue, I guess from a young age to like about 11 years old, you was in synagogue, right? Yeah. A lot of people don't. I went to Africa. I went to South Africa 4 times. Let me tell y'all, first of all, South Africa ain't the real Africa. Like
it is. It's the real Africa.
Shit.
Yeah, it's the real
a lot of white folks in there, man. But they don't like you unless they go in the bush.
But it's the real Africa. See,
really?
This is the thing, right? Just because that part of Africa is developed and has an economy flowing, don't give us the right to not claim it.
All right.
You see what they doing to us, right?
I get you.
Africa's potential, they don't want you to see that. They're going to tell you and promote the parts that they feel still need work, that still need to be developed. That's just what it is. Like in America, they only promote really the spots that's popping. You got California, you got New York City, you got Vegas, you got the areas where people talk about.
Right.
But there's areas of part of America that you don't even want to see, that you don't even know exist, and you're an American.
Right. No, but at my level, I've done a lot of them damn cities and shit, them little hole in the wall. What the hell are you doing here? Like, I'm making money.
No joke.
Shit, I'm making money, but that's why I'm here. Y'all got American dollars here in Paducah, Kentucky? Shit, that's why I'm here. Shit, okay, I'm coming for them dollars, damn it. Chicago money spent like Paducah, Kentucky money spent.
Right.
All right, okay, so you're in Africa. It's funny, when I went to Africa, right before I went, people asked me the stupidest questions. You know, lions walking in your front, like, you're going to see lions, you're going to see, people spears and shit. Then a lot of people thought, don't talk no crap, they all got AIDS. I'm like, nigga, really? It was ridiculous, man. And I found out, look, I went out to Africa like 4 times, and I brought back more than luggage. I mean, no, I ain't.
On both sides.
Woo! No, but there's some fine women. Lord, there's some fine women, man. And you know what? The bodies was banging, okay?
Right.
I would go in the middle of the city, cause what happened was I went over like a comedian tour, like, they had like a festival for comics, white comics from England, like it was an international festival. Right. But I'm the type of dude, I want to go into the city. I want to go downtown where the real Africans are. The white boys want to go to the mall and shit, be sheltered by, can I get a guide? Man, fucking, this is my guide, nigga. I'm going down there. And I went down to the bus stations and watched by catching the bus in the morning. And let me tell you, man, there were some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and we know that in Africa. I saw a lot of beautiful bodies. I'm a body man, I love the booty.
You and me both.
Now, the only thing I thought was missing a little bit was them hairdos. Them hairdos was off the chain. It was whatever it was, nigga. I was a hot comb and got down there yet at that time. 10 years ago.
I can't defend the hair. That's why braids are very popular in Africa. Okay, so you either go get braids,
right?
And in South Africa you find a lot of bald heads too. Not bald head, but low haircuts.
Yeah, low haircuts, right. Which is still sexy.
Yeah, America they're more about the hair.
Right.
In Africa they're more focused on their bodies.
I could tell that.
So that's why they work out a lot. They eat right. So the body is more important than the hair. In America it's the other way around. It's more about the hair and the nails.
And I'm gonna tell you something, which you have too. I know there's a lot of white teeth with Africans.
Right.
And someone told me because they don't give them candies and sweets when they're kids, they give them more fruits. Is that true?
Well, this is the thing.
Rewards?
Candies, you don't find that much candy in Africa.
Okay.
Because there's not many manufacturers that manufacture junk food there. Oh. So you're gonna to supplement sugar, you're gonna eat a lot of fruits, candy canes, things like that. So that could be true for sure.
Yeah. I was like, damn, they got some pretty teeth out here. They need to go to England because England got fucked up. You've been to England before.
Horrible.
All right, let me ask you a question. So you didn't grow up in a village, did you? Like a village?
Yeah, I did. I
really?
Did. Yep. I was that kid that you see on National Geographic.
That was you.
With no shoes on. That was me.
I thought that looked like you, but
that was my black ass.
All right, but let me ask you. Okay, from the Western world, I know a lot of people when I went there, they wanted to. I remember when they first saw me, they're like, I'm American. They're like, you gangster. You a gangster. I'm like, gangster? They all thought that because they saw the movies and thought in videos that everybody from America, male, was a gangster.
Yeah, like any African American you see that comes into Africa, they just naturally assume that y'all got mob ties.
Right.
Like gangsters or you some kind of a, gangbanger.
Right, sure.
Because the movies that they see over there about America,
right,
the roles that niggas pick is always some kind of gangster role.
Right.
So they just naturally, it's no different from how you watch TV and you think when you get there you're gonna see a whole bunch of lions and bears. Right. But
sure.
so it's a flip side. So when you get there, you just think a lot of African Americans are just ignorant gangster thug ass niggas.
I heard, most of them, a lot of them are, nigga. I know a lot of niggas like that, but I do. Let's not forget those.
Right, and their rap ain't help.
Exactly.
So popular, it's like.
Shit. Let me ask you, okay, so there, with the traditions, and you come to America, like I'd say you went to Jersey or Jersey City or Jersey, right? You came from there. And it's been some real shit. Being dark skinned, did you get teased? Did you feel negative? Did you feel something about yourself? You know, like,
you know, 1,000%. Like,
right.
It was like, because it was two different cultures. You know, when I first came to America, like it was just different because I was even blacker then.
Shit,
like,
nigga, hold up.
Yeah,
What?
exactly.
What?
Nigga,
Darker than you are now?
Darker than I was now.
Like this?
Niggas darker than that. I was blue-black. Like,
okay, all right.
So you can imagine, and then I couldn't speak English well. You know, I spoke French, I spoke Wolof, and I spoke Spanish, but I didn't speak no lick of English, like nothing. So when you try to speak English, and you can't with an accent, and then you're black as hell, you can imagine. That was around the time when Jonah was in style.
Of course. I'm from
you
DC,
couldn't, you couldn't even come back.
Right.
If you couldn't come back, you rap. You're gonna commit suicide. They're gonna hit you so hard. So it was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you get a lot of girlfriends around that time?
I ain't got
and shit?
nothing.
Really? Even the girls was hard on you?
Listen, it just what happened. Like, because I used to get teased all the time, I was really frustrated and angry.
I can feel that.
Right? So it was one of them things where I became the target. So every time I heard, because I started to learn how to speak English a little bit. So I would hear certain things and certain words would repeat.
Black ass.
Like you heard black, I heard the word black a lot.
Right.
So whenever I heard the word black, I knew somebody was talking about me.
Hell no.
Whenever I heard the word booties, because it always came with scratching behind it, or the word. Like, it's certain words you just start picking up, African and gorilla. Like, it's certain things that you just know. And then so whenever I heard certain words and then people started laughing and then the eyes was geared at me, I would just take off on them. So I was always fighting.
You was a fighting African.
No, I was fighting. Like, I was, because it was just built up anger, right? So after a while, because I used to fight so much, I got accepted by the same crowd that used to make fun of me. And then I started realizing, because I was accepted by that particular crowd, girls started giving me a little bit more play. Because now I would come to their defense. Right.
Sure.
You know, they come get me, I got to get my African, and I was like, I just a sucker for love. So any girl that came for me for protection, I had to show something, because that's all I had to offer at the time. You know?
That makes sense. I had the reverse. I was light skinned.
Yeah, y'all had it good. I used to hate y'all niggas.
I don't blame you, because
I used to hate.
You know what's on some real shit? I had a fear of dark skinned guys when I was growing up, because they was always the thugs and the bullies and shit. In my school, I grew up in DC area, you know. Them niggas was all, they ain't care about getting cut, a tooth knocked out, none of that shit. I was too worried about my shit getting fucked up. Them dark skinned niggas like, nigga, cut me, nigga. I cut myself before the fight started, nigga. Shit. So I was like, fuck this, man. So it was all dark skinned niggas I didn't like in elementary and junior high and some in high school and shit. But until I got older to realize, you know, a man is a man. But yeah, I felt like, you know, it was brutal and shit. All right, so you in Jersey, you hang around the thugs, and then I hear you get into a little crew.
Well, what happens is, that's what happens. When you start hanging around a certain particular crowd, you start to adapt, right? So you see how these guys are moving, you just naturally adapt. With me, I just naturally adapt. But a majority of guys around me were all selling drugs. And I realized, I was like, damn. So, you know, without doubt, clearly you're gonna try to do it, right? But then I was looking at the risk. And I was like, okay, cool, these niggas are selling this. And at the time, it was like little small bottle tops, you know what I'm saying? Different colors, everybody had their own little thing. But I noticed that every one of my homies that get locked up, they don't really come back.
Hell no, okay, yeah.
Like, and the ones that did come back, it would be like 5, 6, maybe 7 years later. And I was like, this is not even smart, because it's not like they was making much money, you know? And then when they started like really putting pressure on the laws, when they was giving lives, like you're giving life sentences for kilos or whatever the case may be, I'm like, okay, I'm weighing out the options. You know, I was always a really smart businessman. Right. I said, okay, let me see what makes sense, right? So then I saw the guys in Newark, they was moving cars.
Okay.
Now, I saw the kind of money they was making versus the kind of money niggas in Jersey City was making.
Okay.
Jersey City, you know, they probably make about 4,000, maybe 5,000 profit on the key. But then you look at the
risk.
Yeah. Then you look at the profit. Then you look at all the shit that comes with it, right? Getting robbed, having to watch your back, can't trust this nigga. You might just get killed over some shit and you getting fronted, which means you don't even own that money. So now you got to make sure whoever fronted it to you, you got to get all that back, which is another double insurance risk. Not even.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, cool. All this for $5,000?
Okay, yeah.
Didn't make sense.
Right.
Now, in Newark, these cats are stealing cars.
Okay.
They'll steal a car, turn it to the chop shop, get $5,000 for every car they bring in.
Just for bringing it in. That's
Just
easy.
for bringing it in.
Right.
Right? This is before it get chopped and everything else
Right.
and then pushed out. And then on top of that, if you actually have the key to the car and you get stopped or you get locked up, because you actually have the key, you're getting locked up for misdemeanor.
Wow.
Joyriding.
Oh.
So you get out the same day.
And you was about to sell that
You
shit.
get a misdemeanor that don't stay on your record.
Right.
You're making $5,000 per
Right.
car that you bring in,
Right,
and you're
right,
bringing
right.
in 5 or 6 cars a day.
Ain't no misdemeanor on some cocaine.
None of that.
Pure cocaine.
So
Okay.
I did the numbers. I said, okay, I need to be over here doing this.
Right.
And that became my hustle, the car.
Cars. Okay. But where was your mom and dad? It's like you came from a good family. What the fuck happened?
And I came from a great family.
Okay.
So what happened is, like I said, you go to school, these are the people that you with every day. These are people you see all the time.
Right.
They become the people that influence you, that you influence. They become your family, really.
Right.
Mom and dad, they discipliners. You don't want to hang around mom and dad, right?
Right.
But ultimately, my pops accepted a job in Atlanta. This is how I ended up in Atlanta. He accepted, because he was a music exchange, professor.
Okay.
So he accepted the job over at Clark Atlanta. And he was like, listen, you guys got 2 options. You're in high school, you can either stay and finish school, or you can come to Atlanta with me.
Oh, nice.
So now it's me and my older brother, Muhammad. So we both looked at each other. We already know what our answer was. Like, y'all
Get the
going?
hell up there. Get the
Leaving
hell
us
out
here
of
by
there.
ourselves? He said, the only thing is, you're going to have to find a job and you're going to have to pay the rent.
Ooh.
That's the only catch. You can stay here, but you got to pay the bills.
What do you mean pay the bill? Pay some of the bills.
No, pay all the bills.
Okay.
Or you can come with us. Basically saying, you can stay here and get a job.
Oh, I see you say stay in Jersey. Okay.
Yeah,
and
you
pay all
stay
the
in
bills.
Jersey,
All right,
so
I see
you can
what
stay
you're
here, get a job,
All right.
go to school at the same time, and still have to pay the bills. Basically, you can stay here and make it harder on yourself.
Right.
Or you can go with us,
You go to school, right.
continue your life the way it has been.
What year was this?
Oof, this was back in,
Early 90s?
1990.
1990.
1990, yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta was off the chain, too.
Oh, no, Atlanta was off the
Yeah,
chain.
it was sweet, nice. You could meet a girl. You could go to Waffle House, go to her house, have sexual intercourse, and then, just holler at her at the club and shit. That was good old days back then.
Right.
I mean, it might still be like that for you, but I'm not for the rest of us. It's a little different now. You might get shot up at the club and shit. These hoes is setting you up and shit. It was totally different, man.
that's
Atlanta was
all-
some bullshit.
listen.
After 96, after Olympics, this shit went down. I'm going to tell anybody, it went down at 96.
Actually went down after 98. It was
98?
98 when they canceled Freaknik.
Damn, you right about that shit.
When Atlanta canceled
That hurt
Freaknik,
me.
it all went down.
You know how they first started doing it? They started getting one-way streets and shit. Remember that? It made
Right.
everything one way and it's difficult. You're like, I'm trying to get over here, but I gotta go 8 blocks this way to get over. Man, it was terrible. The white folks got it like that. All right, so you was here. Now, you're here, you're doing what you're doing now. Are you into music at this time? Liking to do music
Well,
at this age?
this the thing. I was working with the Fugees while I was in New Jersey. So
Okay.
that part we hadn't talked about.
Right,
So
right,
when I
right.
was in Newark dealing with the car situation, the studio was always my hideout, hangout spot.
Okay.
So I used to work out there, and every time I would come to the studio, Clef be like, yo, nigga, what do you do? And I would lie to him and tell him I was an African prince.
Hell no. He went for it too?
No, all the chicks
Everybody
did
went
too.
for it?
though.
All the chicks went too.
Yeah, because by that time, I had to justify why every time I come to school, I'm coming in a different car. And I had the Highline shit, like the Porsches, Corvettes was popping at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mustangs was crazy at the time, the little
Right.
E-class Benzes.
Of course.
Ferraris and all that, clearly we wasn't getting none of that.
Right,
but
right.
We got the tier number
hood-
2.
the hood
with
car.
the Acura. The Acura
Yeah.
was popping.
Come on,
You
I
had a
had
system in it.
Come on, man, I had an Act.
You felt that Act with the Mac in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I remember that.
Right. So clearly, they believed me because every time or every week I would pull up in a different car, and I was making good money, so I was looking good at the time.
And Coming to America had came out a year or two earlier or something like that, right?
Right. So
Yeah. You Prince
nigga,
Kaheem, nigga.
to this
shit.
day, I think this nigga, man. Like,
Okay.
Eddie was my idol.
I love it. Well, yeah. Okay, so you doing that? So you told me you met Wyclef cutting hair. You was a barber
Right, I
for
was
a
a
second.
barber, right.
So you cut his hair. You met him. You went to the studio and you met Lauryn Hill and everybody like that. And they started letting you get on some of the records and like
Right.
that?
So they actually kind of saw the talent before anybody did.
Okay.
I ain't even see the talent because to me that was just something fun to do.
Really?
Music wasn't even in my thought process
Okay.
of what I want to do in the future. That was like not even thought about. I just wanted to be rich and I didn't care how. And I knew music wasn't gonna get me there. At least at that time, that's what I thought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Clef would always be like, yo, man, you need to be in the studio, man. Like, you got all this talent. Come on, dog. Like, I know what you up to. I'm not stupid.
He knew you wasn't no prince.
No, he clearly knew I wasn't no prince.
Okay.
I was cutting his hair.
Okay, right.
He one of the few niggas that knew that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, he just went along with it because he played the big brother role.
Okay.
And after a while, man, when my pop went that way, then I understood what the business looked like. Then I heard about Freaknik, and then the Olympics coming to Atlanta.
Right, sure.
And the car game at the time in Jersey was just too hot. Feds was out everywhere. Niggas was really reckless. Carjacking people, like it was just off the chain.
Right.
I said, damn, I need to move this shit to Atlanta. And sure enough, that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going to Atlanta, and that's where I started the empire.
You did not have a record deal when you left? Really? Okay.
No
So
deal.
when you got here is when Atlanta, you got the record deal.
It was when I came to Atlanta. That's when I got my record deal.
Did Wyclef help you get it, or being with the Fugees?
No.
Really? It's totally separate?
Yeah, this was totally separate.
I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
this was totally separate because what I ended up doing, it was so ironic because when I came to Atlanta, I set up shop in Atlanta, and at the time the South was really slow. They far from slow today.
Right.
And at that time, they didn't know about none of this.
Sure.
Like all this was brand new to them.
Sure.
So I was literally supplying a lot of celebrities in Atlanta with all their cars and athletes.
With some Fugees cars, niggas that you stole?
They put it this way.
What
They
way?
wasn't quite Fugazi because they was legit.
What's that mean? What's legit
They
mean?
were turned to be legit.
Really?
Right, so I would get the car, obviously switch out all the numbers.
Right.
And then I would find a connection in the DMV and in the insurance company to get the cars pulled forward. And the easiest way I realized, I would go into DMV and I would always look for a chick that was like really
Heavy set.
Yeah.
I know that move, nigga. I say it for you.
At that, I didn't want to say it out
it's
loud
all right,
because
it's
at
all
that
right.
moment, at that
Here.
time, they're really insecure.
Right.
They're looking for someone that that they
And a
feel
prince,
is
a
gonna care.
dark-skinned prince, comes in this motherfucker.
Right. So you go, to invite them out to eat, kick your game, whatever.
Eat, okay.
And then tell them, listen, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
And it's really easy for you, but this for everything that you switch over, I hit you off $500.
Nice.
And it was big, so I would
Hell
come in
yeah.
like 3, 4, 5, situations a day, and they would swap the VIN numbers out, and then I would go to State Farm, same system, big girl, understood,
Right.
want some love.
Right.
You never hit though. You got to just dangle the carrot.
Right.
Just dangle the carrot.
Yeah.
As long as you dangle the carrot,
steak,
you
whatever,
can never
for
hit.
dinner.
You can never.
I
That's
hear
rule
you.
number
I
one.
like that. Dangle the carrot.
Just dangle the carrot, right?
right.
So it worked. So then the operation was beautiful. So, and they all know, like, believe me, when they hear the story, they probably gonna laugh. I just can't tell their names.
Right.
But majority of the entertainers in Atlanta were all riding my cars,
Wow, in the early 90s.
all the way up to 2005.
Oh, come on, man. You was a star by then.
I know, but my cars were still on the road.
You had good cars. All right. Well, damn. All right, so then how did you get the record deal?
So, I get locked up.
A couple times.
Right. So, but before I got locked up, I was making really good money. Lived in Buckhead, nice little crib.
Nice. Yeah.
But I couldn't justify how my money was being made. So I started building smaller recording studios. I had 3 major recording studios right there off Sunset. No, I'm sorry, Northside Drive. In the little Howell Mill area.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm in.
So a lot of them studios now, I had to keep them busy.
Okay.
Because that was the only way I could justify. At the time, studios was cash business. So if you keep the studios busy, it could justify that I'm making my money through that. So a lot of rappers really couldn't afford to get in the studio at the time. So I would allow them to record in my studio for free so I could stay busy. Right? So as all these guys are in the studio keeping it busy, they're making demos that's eventually getting them record deals. But it's good for me because the studio stayed busy.
Right.
But because of the business I was in, when I was going through something, I couldn't really talk to people about it. So I would just, late night when ain't nobody booked in, I go in and I just write songs about it. And that became a habit for me, right? So when I got locked up, it was a natural habit to just write about being locked up because I was always writing about my experiences.
Right.
So while I was in there, I had a friend named Booney Lowe. He was my cellmate. And he was always say, man, nigga, you stupid, man. I'm like, what you mean? He said, man, all this talent, man, dumbass, nigga, why the fuck are you in here, man? You need to be focused on your music, man. Nigga, you dope, man. I'm telling you, Shawty, like, for real, Shawty, you know what I'm saying, Shawty? Like,
Right.
he was a real, like, he's from Bankhead, like.
Right, Shawty, right.
That nigga right there, I'm telling you, man, that shit hard, son, you know?
Right.
So, it was so crazy because I started thinking about it, I said, damn, that nigga right, you know? So then I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. When I go back out, I'm gonna focus on it. I ain't never gonna come back in this motherfucker. So I started Convict Music while I was in jail. And I said, yo, what you think about the name? He said, oh, man, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Leave that dumb shit alone, man. Like, why would the fuck you want to name it Convict? Yeah. I said, just think, hear me out. So if I call it Convict, it'll remind me of this moment, right? This is the turning point of my life. And I can change my life from being a convict to a convict. He said, I don't get it. I said, well, you don't have to physically use the word convict as a way of being, you know,
held down, criminal.
Yeah, held down, criminal. Like, just look at it as a reminder of where you don't ever want to go or be, or who you never want to be. And that's how I had to look at it. Mm-hmm. That's why if every record that we produce, I would always put them jail bars at the top of it. Like, that was the tags. It was almost to show me how far I came. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So it gave me that motivation to keep coming. Right. And I said, nigga, I'm gonna put this convict bars on the most likely people. Nigga, I went from putting it on myself to Jeezy,
right,
all the way to Michael Jackson, my nigga. Like,
damn.
When Michael Jackson got the fucking convict bars, I knew, okay, cool. Now they get the message at this point.
Right. Well, you say you've been to jail a couple of times. What do you feel about like prison reform and how do people, the way the system is moving brothers in and out of it?
Right. The way I look at it, like, the prison system is more political than politics, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's a privately owned, institution.
Sure.
It's easy you can't really reform something that's private. You can only reform what's governmentally tied. Because reform a reform has to happen from an organization that actually build laws. That's the only reason why you can flip it and change it and tune it around. But if it's privately owned, all you gotta do is say, okay, cool, we're not gonna do it, and you don't do it.
Right, don't do it. Because you have no...
What the fuck are we reforming? Just don't fucking do it. It's private. You don't need the government's permission not to do it. You don't need the people's permission not to do it. Right. So I never wanted to get in that game because I knew that's full of shit. That's bullshit. Period. These guys are they publicly funded, right? I mean privately funded.
Right.
All this can happen like that. They can change the food up there. They can make better systems and environmental situations for the inmates up in there. They can change all that right now with one meeting in a room like this.
But it's private. They don't want to. They're making money on it, so
it's a huge business. And yeah, it pays great taxes for the government and all this other stuff, but they don't need to reform anything. They can just do it.
So
what needs to happen is, which is ironic, but there needs to be more black prisons.
What that mean?
Because the prisons are gonna get built no matter what.
Okay. What's a black prison mean?
Only
black inmates?
No, black people need to own them.
Okay.
We need to own our own prisons.
Right.
We know the conditions, nigga. We occupy them more than anybody.
Right.
So guess what? When we start owning our own prisons and we occupy our own prisons, it runs them out of business, number one, and we can set the conditions that we need for our people. It's simply that. I know it's ironic. We shouldn't be building prisons to lock ourselves up, but the only way we're going to be able to be treated properly as prisoners is to have our own facilities.
That's actually smart. I never thought about that. Damn, black prisons. Okay, shit. Okay, yeah, and then maybe amongst ourselves, we already hate the white, not hate the white man, but the white man don't like us either. So it's a lot of So maybe if we got together,
man, look, let's be honest. We are jealous of white people. We don't hate them. We just hate the fact.
That's true.
That we're stronger. We hate the fact that we're smarter. We hate the fact that we are the ones that actually influence them. But they figured out the fact that they can take everything that we own, create, or distribute, and they maximize and benefit from it. And we don't get shit from it.
Right.
We hate that part of it.
Right. You said something that I agreed with, and you call a lot of flack about slavery, about, I feel like it's a crutch, because we can't change the past.
You can't.
And I do admit
that
the past has formed some of the stuff that we go through now.
Right.
But are we not smart enough to get out of that situation? I feel like we're so dumb. If we feel like always, it's the white man, it's slavery, slavery held us back. Well, okay, we know that. So
it's an excuse.
What are you going to do to change it?
It's an excuse. Like, at the end of the day, man, it's fear that drives a lot of those type of decisions and conversations for a long time. The reason why I said I don't even teach my kids about slavery or black history is because their mind automatically get caught up in that time, and they start to see themselves as the story is told. If your son, my son, and her son got together and they never knew the issues that happened in the past, they're gonna move forward positively and just gonna make changes the way they see it happening.
But there was positive black stuff that happened. Why don't you teach them about the black positive stuff?
Exactly. Why only get the history of when you was empowered, when you was unempowered,
right,
slaved, and had no position or decision to be made at whatsoever.
Right.
You automatically look at yourself as the underdog, or you always automatically look at as white people are supposed to be superior to you.
But there's black history that was positive. We invented stuff, we did stuff.
Black history, people don't even have a clue how powerful black people are.
What do you mean by
that?
They
don't even know that white people used to be our slaves.
True that. I wish someone was still.
They have no idea.
Shit. Right.
Like, when you look at history in America, it starts from slavery. Like, history starts at slavery in America.
Right. Well,
and pushes forward into today.
Right.
But beyond that.
Before that. Right.
Before all of that, people don't realize the hold that black people had on the globe. Like, every nation came to us on their knees. Like, we were the kings, we were the queens, we were the people of superiority. Why? Because we were stronger, we were smarter, and we was united.
And our land had a lot of stuff.
We owned all of that.
Yeah, but they had all the minerals, they had everything. Why
do you think Africa to this day is the richest continent in the globe?
Right.
Who owns it? We do. But because of the situations, lack of education, and lack of unity, they come in there pulling every day. And we just fight each other.
Yeah. Well, one thing I don't like too, and you tell me how you feel about this. Like, one thing I like about comedy, it's black owned. All the stuff I have, and I do is black owned. But I feel like sometimes when you reach a certain point, we sell out. We sell it to the white man. He just comes. We do all the hard work, all the hard labor.
Right.
As soon as we get to a certain level, we let's sell it to the white man to do it. Why is our mentality like that? Why don't we say, no, I'm holding on to this shit?
It's fear. It goes right back to fear again.
That we can't handle it no more, or we can't. What's the fear?
Okay, prime example. The first thing somebody's gonna say is, man, shit, you see how much money you're offering?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say this goes.
Right.
And they come and say, look, we're gonna give you $100 million for this show.
I'm gone, bro. Damn that. Man. Okay. I'm half white, mother. Okay, shit. I talk that black shit right now. I'm like, Akon, I had to go out and do what I do. Now I got a new show on NBC. No,
right.
Go ahead.
which is common. It's normal, right?
Right.
Let me ask you something. Right now, if you saw that cup to be of value, how much would you offer me for this cup if you know it was mine? How much you think that cup is worth, first of all?
If that cup was yours,
how much do you think is worth that cup right there?
Right now?
Yeah, just the average cost. What, $5?
No, hey, nigga, I said $20.
Okay.
$20
cup.
That's right. My name is on there.
That's your name on it.
Shit.
Right. But I own it though.
Okay.
All right, cool. Now you want to buy this cup for me. If you had to negotiate with me to get this cup, how much would you offer me to sell it to you for?
Well, my half white and $10. I got $10, homie. Homie.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna clearly drop that price down.
Of course. Yeah.
You would half because you're half white.
Right. Damn. Okay. You got the jokes. Okay.
Right. You half. Right.
That's what it is.
But the moral was you drop that price down, half of what you know it's worth, so you can get it for cheaper.
Okay.
So if they offered you $100 million. You don't think that they're trying to get it for 100 because it's cheaper?
The value is more than.
Do you know how
million.
much that's worth if they offered you $100 million?
Sure.
And you're gonna just give it away?
So if
But this is what we all do though, because in their mind, they could take it further. No, nigga, you already going further. That's why they want it.
Right.
So now, if you kept your business, she kept her business, I kept my business, he kept his business, ain't shit to buy. They gotta come see us now. That's why we gotta go see them. We can't move anything major without going to see them. You can't put this on no show or no broadcasting system that ain't owned by them. Why? Because they hold on to theirs. They don't sell it.
Right.
So we're forced to have to work with them. not only work with them, but we're forced to have to give it to them to get the maximum exposure.
Now I'm gonna tell you the truth on some real shit too. Sometimes we deal with each other and we get some fugazi bullshit. You know, it ain't right. We try to do each other wrong, even wrong that we wouldn't do to a white man.
Absolutely right. But guess what? They do it to themselves too.
Okay, but shit. I mean, so what you telling me? I'm gonna get fucked anyway if I deal with anybody?
If the deal don't make sense,
right?
Don't do it. But us black people, we have this sentimental piece of us that we just can't shake. We just full of love. This is who we are. We're easy to forgive. We're full of love. We accept everyone, and we just hope they feel the same as us. So because of that, we get mad at our brother or sister because they didn't do what they thought that you supposed to do.
Should have done, right.
And it ain't nothing but business, really. You really can't mix business with anything, personal. But we just can't help it because we just look at each other like family and whoever we deal with, right? Especially when it's amongst us.
Right.
So if you have an opportunity to do business with your brother, he has to understand that you can't do it unless it makes sense. You can't just do it to show him that you with him, or you can't just do it to show him that you got his back. Because you may have his back,
right?
But he looking at an opportunity from a business standpoint. And then he gonna turn around and say, dog, it's just business, bro, ain't nothing personal.
Right. You know a funny story, I'm gonna make it quick. My father owned a florist, and say his roses were $10. Say he sold them for $10, but he bought them for $8, so he made a $2 profit. Well, let's say a Home Depot, they could buy more bulk and stuff, so they bought a dozen of roses for, let's say they bought their shit for like $2 and charged $7, $1 less than my father. So everybody would run to, they want my father, give me hookah. No. So what happened was they all ran to Home Depot for that $1 profit, save a $1 instead of supporting the black man. Then once my father was out of business, then what Home Depot did was went up to $10. And that's the only place you can buy it now is Home Depot.
Right.
They got rid of that, my father, and then now these same Negroes run into Home Depot and don't say nothing. And then when you go to black business, sometimes you're like, yo, let me hook a nigga, come on, hook a nigga. But you don't go to Home Depot and say that.
You're not gonna
you buy what they say.
Right.
So I wonder why we do that to each other. I guess it's a mental fuckery, man.
No,
slavery?
It's the connection. It's the connection that we got with each other. We look at each other like family. It's like your brother or your sister. You're not gonna value your brother or your sister like how you value a stranger. Cause they be like, man, look, prime example, Boo, my little brother Boo. I had to teach him a lesson when he was younger. I was on the road, he was my hype man. I'm singing, he's singing. After a while, we do shows, he don't show up, he come late. I'm doing interviews, he chasing girls. He's still chasing girls, by the way.
Okay.
No, I think he settled down. He found somebody he liked now, which is perfect. I love it.
You sure your brother?
Right. So I said, Boo, if you don't straighten up, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Ooh.
In his mind, man, you my brother. You can't let me go. You crazy. So I fired him.
Damn. You gotta do what you gotta do, huh?
When I tell you he was hot. So he ain't talked to me for almost 6 months. Then he started working with Lil Zane.
I Lil Zane, yeah. Lil Zane.
Same thing. Lil Zane fired him.
Damn.
He wasn't as mad when Zane fired him.
Right.
But he was hot when I fired him.
You family. You ain't supposed to fire your brother.
I'm like, yo, but he fired you. Yeah. I don't care. He could fire me. But you can't fire me. You my brother.
Right.
And my thing is, okay, it's cool, but if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you pulling me down. You don't pull your brother down. If anything, you're supposed to be finding ways to protect me, lift me up, because everything that you're doing is a hazard to our career. I don't look at it as my career. I look at it like, this is our career.
Right.
Because when they see you, they see me.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
But we don't, and the thing is, if we looked at each other like that, everything would change because that's how they look at each other. If you pulled in a white neighborhood right now, and you moved in, and you moved into that neighborhood, guess what they're gonna do?
Look at me.
No, their home association will gather that Friday, and have a conversation about you.
Yeah.
You won't even be there to witness that meeting.
What? They didn't do me like that, would they? I'm half black, man. Only half the neighborhood show up.
But guess what? They're congregating about their interest on how you could possibly jeopardize that.
Oh yeah, that's real shit. That's real.
But guess what happens when a white man moves into a black community? Oh, they're gonna show up with cakes.
Oh yeah, I mean, happy he there.
Pies.
Yeah, neighborhood's doing well.
Oh, if you need anything, let us know.
Gentrification.
But watch out for that guy right there. I heard he steals underwears in the night.
Wow.
Oh, watch out for him. Yeah, those guys are drug dealers. You don't want to be in that corner.
You're right.
They're gonna tell all the trouble that we're dealing with to that motherfucker right there.
Right. Okay, this is a little bit on brotherly love, and I know you're kind of part of it. And I just want to know how you felt about the whole versus Jeezy and Gucci, man.
I
You know,
love
you
it.
know them.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love when they did it.
Did you?
I was proud of them. Because at some point, like, yeah, it was 20 years ago.
Right, right.
They both was young. They both was coming up. And they both was really lost, to be honest.
Okay.
Right? Because they both represented a side that didn't really represent their best interest at heart.
Real talk.
Everybody's selfish at the moment. The only thing they cared about was the click, right? But in the process of all that, you got peer pressure, you got bad decisions, and then lives were lost. You can't blame one person from the other side. You got to also blame yourself. And I think when they took the time to understand, okay, that at least the first step is made
Right.
towards truce. Because it's like gang wars in LA. You know how many Crips done kill Bloods and vice versa?
Sure.
At what point are they gonna say, yo, enough is enough? Because it ain't never gonna stop. If you keep blaming this person for killing your cousin, and then they came back and killed your cousin because you killed
Right.
his cousin, and the shit cycle continues to keep going, you gotta be responsible enough to say, you know what? Let's not let it continue into our future, our kids' futures.
Right.
Whatever happened in the past, let God resolve that. Because we all ended up in front of him anyway at the end of the day.
But did you speak to them like during them times? You know, I mean, you was around them. Did you like put it in like, yo, why don't you solve this? What's up with this, man?
Man, I was just selling them niggas cars. I just made sure they was fly.
All right, yeah.
At that time,
Down
I
at
ain't
South
care.
Beach.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even care at that time.
Right.
It was
right,
later, of course, that you get,
Right.
you know,
Right.
more mature. You're like, yo, hold on, bro. You got kids, you got a family. Is this shit worth it?
So on your record company, you've artists. Do you step in sometimes to try to guide them, like outside of the record business or just life? You know what I'm saying, or what? to
Yeah,
do?
like we talk all the time. You know, me and Jeezy have business conversations all the time. Like on what I'm doing in Africa, how he could be a part,
Right.
what he doing here, you know, conversations with, you know, his liquor brands,
Right.
and how he can help better market
Right.
that. Like we have real conversations. Gucci had great, when he got out of jail, I was one of the first people he came to see.
Okay.
You know,
okay,
and we had
okay.
great conversations. Like we all really love each other differently. Like we didn't really know each other before the business on the level we know each other now.
Okay.
Before the business, it was on some, you know, some street
shit, right,
Right.
right, right.
It wasn't like, it was just different. It was a matter of, okay, how can I stay on top? Let me make sure I keep people around me so I ain't getting snuck behind from the back or whatever the case. But I think everybody grows to a different where they realize that your family has to be what you prioritize.
Right.
It can't be your clout.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and I started doing my research on you. Got an extraordinary career. I was like, not just musically, but just even outside. Like you constantly stay busy. I feel like you like the Teflon Don. Things don't stay on you. You know, you get a little controversy here and there, and it pops off. Is it because you stay busy all the time, or what do you think the reason is that you just don't really get caught up in long-term shit? You know, shit might pop off from you. I thought your shit was over when you danced with that white girl on that stage that time, long back in the days and
Right.
shit.
Well,
I thought it was like, oh shit.
She was
About to be
actually
a-
from Trinidad.
Oh, was she?
Yeah,
Well,
but
she was
see-
white then on camera. Shit.
She was mixed.
Oh,
She was
okay.
50-50 like you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, on camera, like I said, on camera, she was white. Shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, he done went the wrong way. You too dark to be doing that with that white girl.
Right.
But you know, it stopped itself. Is it because you think that you just got that tenacity to just keep working and driving and let stop you?
Nah, you just gotta face the music, man. You know, if you get caught up in any kind of controversies, you just answer it truthfully. Don't lie about it. The reason
Right.
why shit stick around is because niggas be lying about it,
There you go.
especially when it's true.
That's
It's just a matter of time before they find the truth, right? Or more people come and say, "Oh yeah, me
Right.
too, me
Right.
too."
Right. Oh.
That's why it was so powerful, right?
Right.
But ultimately, it's like this. It's a part of the industry that you can't escape. Nobody's immune to controversy in the music entertainment business,
Okay.
or entertainment business at all, for that matter. You got to know that's gonna come with it, and just be prepared to, you know, face it when it happens. Like me, when it happened, yeah, it happened. I was wrong to an extent. To an extent,
Extent.
right?
Okay.
Well, the culture was different at the time.
Right.
It's still different now. It just Americans aren't really educated to know that dirty whining is a sex dance.
Right.
This is what we do.
White folks, we say that America. White folks, because black people know what it is.
Well, some black people ain't know either.
Really?
They ain't know until later.
Well, we called it hunching back in the hood.
Yeah, but that ain't
Hunching whining.
right.
Right.
But you saw the video though.
Yeah. You were doing.
I was doing a little more than hunching.
Yeah.
But that was a part of.
Took a pregnancy test after that motherfucker.
Now you gone too far though. Right? So, but dirty whining at that time, it was a competition between a woman and a man sexually on the dance floor.
Right.
What messed the whole situation up was the fact that she snuck into the club.
Oh.
She was only 16 years old.
Right.
But she looked like she was 22.
Right.
Nobody knew. She just somehow walked into the club.
Right.
I don't know if it was a fake ID or whatever, but later, her dad was a pastor.
Ooh.
He woke up the next morning.
Saw the video.
No.
Oh.
She was on the front page. She won the contest.
Oh.
She won the contest as the winner. Oh, greatest night ever for Trinidad.
Right.
The people loved it. Akon came, killed it, whatever. He saw it like, she was supposed to be asleep. What is she doing at the club? So then he naturally flipped out, went to the club, made a huge commotion. So by that time, it was all circulated everywhere. Mm-hmm. But then he made a big fuss and went to the TV. And then that's how it spread.
And that's how it lit out.
Right.
All right. So when it comes to musically, I didn't realize how monstrous you were with the writing game and the producing and singing. I really was. I think your name should really, and I'm going to say this on camera, your name should be up there with R. Kelly in music-wise.
Hold on now, bro. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? Musically, your name should be up there with R. Kelly and shit, okay?
No, but not to take nothing from Kels, though. He was probably one of the most talented songwriters I've ever worked with, bro. When I tell you that nigga's genius. He was a genius. But they say with every geniusness, there's going to be something else that flags. Like me, what flags? Genius? Yeah, I'm a genius, for sure.
Where's the flag?
But I can't remember names.
Oh, damn.
Like, I still don't know your name.
That's all right, man. Shit.
I got to type in LA day party, and then your name pops up.
What a bitch. Oh, my God.
Right. Because you know Pierre is a French name.
I know. So
I can't look at you and as a French nigga, like.
Shit.
So it's harder to remember your name as Pierre. Yeah. So it's harder. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Akon. Fuck it, man. This is how we gonna do it and shit. Fuck it. It's not how we gonna roll with it. Maybe all kind of names gonna be fucked up.
And then I'm out of sight, out of mind.
Oh yeah.
That's like my biggest thing.
Sure.
Like, I could be like once I'm focused on one thing, I don't see nothing else, and that becomes one of the biggest challenges I gotta face. Because when I'm gone, nobody hears from me till I get back.
I can see that.
Because so I think with every genius, there's gonna be something that's missing. They be like, it's impossible. How can you forget birthdays? How can you not remember this and that? It's not that. I can't even explain why.
No, I'm explaining. You are laser focused to the point your monkey ass is gonna go into goddamn Quick Trip and leave your goddamn Range Rover out front and let motherfuckers take it. How the hell that happen, man?
No, I was right there.
Hold on, they took
No,
away.
you're not understanding.
Oh, I thought you went inside the Quick Trip.
I ain't going, nigga, listen. Okay.
For Black and Mild and shit and said, fuck it, and grape soda.
No, listen.
All right.
Okay, now, those pumps of today.
Okay.
They all got like little screens on them.
Right.
So you get distracted. So I pull up. I'm like, okay, I always fill up at half tank. I don't like to ever be on E. My worst fear is to be stuck on the highway.
Oh, you fill up after if you're on half, you fill
Once
up
I
again.
get to half, I fill it back up.
I feel you. Mm-hmm.
So I said, cool. I'm about to get on this 400 and head out to the house. I stopped, get the gas. I kept everything in the car. I'm not tripping. He said, it's going to be quick. I'm just going to fill up and keep moving. I'm sitting there getting gas. The car's behind me at this point, and I'm watching the video.
Wow.
Next thing you know, the pump just flies out of my hand. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
As the car
and the
moves.
gas is flying, right? So now the car is moving. And I'm looking like, is my car moving? Because I got a Tesla that drives itself. Oh, this was a Range Rover. I never remembered this having the same feature.
Right.
But I said, maybe it does. Right. And I ain't know nothing about it because it's flying. Like I'm thinking it's about to straight run into the curve, into the street. But then right before it hit the curve, it made this crazy right turn. That's when I saw somebody in the front seat. I said, God damn, them niggas done got me from my car. And no, nigga, I didn't even hear him get inside the car or even close the door.
You were distracted, laser on the damn fucking screens and shit.
It goes right. So.
That's all your shit.
But I already knew. I said, okay, cool. I know where he going.
What?
You must have forgot. I used to run the car shit in Atlanta. So I know where all the shops are.
Wow.
I already knew where he was going. But I knew at the end of the day, it might turn different. So that's why I put in the call. Because I had to show that I had to put in the call.
Right.
You know why I had to put in the call.
Okay.
That's why I was super calm. Yes, ma'am. She was having a bad day that night. I could tell. Because she was mad at me just for calling. You didn't hear the call. Yeah, she was high.
Really?
She was mad. I'm like, yeah, you know, I got the tracker on the car. I
Right.
just need to, no, where are you? I said, ma'am, I'm at the Quick Trip, but I'm telling you, I got the trackers. I need you to catch him before he leaves, before he move that location. Listen, where are you? I need the address. I need the address to where you are now. Listen, ma'am, the car's not at there. Now! I said, okay. And I just gave her the address.
Right.
But by that time, when the cop actually came, I said, listen, I got 3 trackers on all my cars.
You heard that, y'all? Don't
All
steal
of
his shit no more, okay?
They got rid of the factory tracker, which I know that's gonna be the first thing they get rid of.
Oh,
But there's 2 other trackers on the car.
That's that millionaire shit.
It's no
That's
way
that
you're gonna find
millionaire
them.
shit.
There's no way you're gonna find them, because it was actually inside the tire. And in order to take that out, you gotta take the whole tire off. If you take the whole tire off, you can't drive.
Damn.
And now I done told everybody, so now you gotta take off all 4 tires to find out which one. By that time, I'm already gonna find you. I already know where the car's at.
Wow.
But
Okay.
we end up getting the car back in a few hours anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, you got all that tracking. Akon, you know, you and Ludacris don't know how to keep a car and shit.
Oh, and then I found out Luda got hit right before
Yeah.
that. But this the headache. And it was so crazy because a week before that, Boo got hit.
Your boy Boo.
But he wasn't popular enough to make the news.
Oh shit.
My little brother Boo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And what was he pushing?
He was pushing the Lamborghini truck.
Ooh, wait.
They was riding.
It was his or yours?
It was his.
Oh, your family though. Yo, you look out for your family.
No, I got to listen. First thing I do is make sure my friends and family is getting it. I don't care.
Man,
one thing you're not gonna do is ever see me around anybody that's not in position. I don't play.
I don't have a manager or agent, nigga. I'm just letting you know. I don't have a manager. All my hustles myself. Well, but it was funny. I went and brought the diamonds out, but then I kind of heard that you said that's the worst game in town, man. What the hell,
I used to
man?
be in the diamond business. It is the worst. It's worse than the drug game.
This ain't blood diamonds. It's regular diamonds.
But the thing is, they all come from a specific place before you even put it on your finger.
Damn.
It's that resource. Yeah.
Well, we got cubic zirconias on you?
Yeah, these ain't real diamonds.
Shit, nigga, go on with that.
All this is fake.
Really?
They can take all these.
Okay, well, you can't take this. This is a family heirloom, so this is, motherfucker. Don't take my shit, motherfucker. You can take his shit, don't take mine and shit. So if you see, that's crazy. But no, man, good. But let me wrap it up with some stuff, man. I mean, one thing I like about you, international. You internationally loved too, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you got to that point. Was that a focused thing to do to be international? Because some people got America love on you, hood love.
Right.
Your ass is internationally loved, man. I started looking at some of your videos. Your music is even the type of music that goes across the the boundary. Is that was purposely done?
Well, you can't really choose who loves you, right? That's God.
Okay.
But what I did do, I tried to engulf myself in everybody's culture. So if you go to any country in the world, you're going to hear Akon song
Oh yeah.
in that country's dialect, in their language. So what I used to do was international remixes. For every #1 hit I got in America, I would make the same record in that country but in their language. So that helped to kind of build a global crowd for me.
But you just constantly hustling on shit. I don't. Do you sleep? Are you a bat or something, nigga?
On the plane. That's
On the
when I
plane?
sleep, on the plane.
Because seriously, you always doing something. If it ain't, you got your own coin. The coin situation, you still doing the Akon?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So you wanted to rival like Bitcoin? Is that what it is?
Well, not really rival, because Bitcoin was made specifically for the reasons they made it for.
Okay.
Mine was to really decentralize African currency and make it one currency.
Like you
You
tried to
know
do
what
with the
I'm
euro one time in Germany, Europe and stuff. You tried to do the euro and stuff.
Yeah, so all that. But see, the African coins is different because there's different, you can say different, well, every country has their own money.
Right. In Africa.
Right? But some of them strong, some of them ain't. But through the Akon system, you can adopt each one of those currencies just under that one currency.
Nice.
And it allows it to give it the same value that Akon has, not the country's GDP.
Oh, okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I get that.
So
I get
it
that.
just gives it a better
Nice.
opportunity.
And how's that going?
Oh man, it's going great.
It's going great.
We're at about 35 cents on the dollar right now.
Okay, okay. And then the lights, you want to light up Africa?
Yeah, so that's my core business, believe it or not. It used to be
Energy.
music. Energy now is the main core business. So we're doing Texas. Our main office is in North Carolina at Akon Lighting America, and then we also doing Arizona as well too.
Oh, so you coming to America with it?
Yeah, no, we've been in America for the last 3.5 years. We're the biggest African American energy provider of solar here.
I did not know that. I did not know. It's funny. I was about to get some Tesla solar panels, but
Right.
you do solar panels?
We do all that. We do all that.
I mean, if I hit you up, man, I don't want
We
my
got you
shit
covered.
burnt up, man. You know.
Nah, we got you covered.
Okay, brother.
Solar don't burn.
All right, now for real, I'm gonna have some Akon shit on my roof. And shit,
I'm
okay?
trying to tell you, we got the
Yeah.
cheapest prices.
Really?
Man, listen, we doing the hood more.
Right.
Because they can use the help with less,
Sure.
paying less on their electricity.
Sure. That is really dope. That's really dope. All right, I'm gonna ask you one. Some of the girls want to know. You know, you're a single brother. What's the ideal woman for Akon? What do you like, man?
Honestly, man, when it comes to women, I'm real simple. You know, I just want a woman that can listen.
Well, never mind. You ain't getting nobody. You about to be single by yourself. But go ahead. Shit.
Me,
Listen.
that's one of the biggest things. I just want them to listen, because you ain't never gonna tell them anything that's gonna make it worse for them. If anything, you want to better their life, right?
Right. Sure.
But what happens in America, like women, when you tell them something, they look at it like you trying to say otherwise. Like, let's say hypothetically, you say, "All right, baby, I need you to let's work out, lose about 5 more pounds."
Oh.
Right.
You can't say lose 5 more pounds.
No,
Okay.
but just think about it. It's gonna make not only her look better, but she's gonna feel better.
Sure.
And she's gonna be a lot more healthy.
Sure.
You're not saying this you're not saying this with no malice attached to it.
Right.
It's only because you want her to be better. But when they receive the
When she
information,
hears it, right.
they don't receive it like that. They receive it like you trying to downplay them, or you trying to down them.
Oh, I'm
for
too
saying,
fat. I'm fat. I'm out
right.
of shape.
And mind you now, that's her asking you the question. So that's not me thinking that. That's her thinking that.
Right. Wow.
So it's really more so about finding better ways to communicate, to where the miscommunication isn't lost in the frustration.
Could the African from Synagogue, Akon, ever date outside of his race or marry?
100%. I mean, I don't discriminate.
You can be a white
Africans,
girl?
we don't discriminate. You didn't see the Africans with all kind of people. That's one thing about us, man. If you got a great heart, you're beautiful, and you listen, you could be an
That
alien.
sounds good, but you go to the hood, niggas, bitches gonna be mad at your ass, nigga. They be like, no, you better be with a
But-
black woman, mother. You came with a black woman.
And they right. That's true. But at the end of the day, you
Get
can't.
that white woman all that shit, nigga.
But you
Fuck all
can't
that.
choose who loves you either.
But you can choose who you're around enough.
Yeah, but at the
You
end
around
of
the
the
white
day,
women. Around the white women ain't gonna.
Listen,
Spanish
I don't
women.
discriminate. I'm not even gonna lie
I
to
hear
you.
you. I hear
Me,
you.
I don't see color. Cause I know what it was like to be looked at as colorful.
Right. Well, yeah, good point there.
I was a colored nigga for sure.
Yeah. You might get a pass
So
for
I
that
see it.
situation.
I just see it different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And in
yeah.
Africa, they see it different too.
Yeah.
It's only in America where race plays such a huge role like this.
That's
but
true.
when you leave,
That's
when you
true.
leave Africa, that's when you understand what racism really is.
Wow. Well, yeah, but in
Because
Senegal,
over there, everybody's like us.
I'm about to
You
say.
seeing people like you.
is
everywhere
there
you
white
turn.
people in Senegal? White Senegal?
It's like salt and pepper, but more pepper. over there.
more pepper. Yeah. South Africa
they
got
out
that
there.
mixed. You
They
know,
out
they
there.
damn near white and South Africans, but
But
yeah.
everywhere in Africa, you're gonna find white folks. You're gonna find Asians. You're gonna find Indians. You're gonna find Pakistanians.
Right.
You know, you're gonna find they everywhere.
Being a Muslim, she has to be a Muslim too, or turn into
Nah,
business? Not really.
no.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
One thing about religion, I always looked at as religion is almost like a navigational system, right?
Okay, kind of run. I feel you.
We're all going to that same place. We just found different ways to get there.
I feel you on that.
So there's no right or wrong on who you believe or what you believe. At the end of the day, if you follow the 10 Commandments, which every religion in the world does, you following the right path. Just get to the place.
Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna run it quick. Physically, you know, she gotta have a booty. I know you. You gotta have that.
That's
yeah.
a matter of taste.
You have that taste?
I have booty taste.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Shit, you
I'm
gotta
a
have that
booty
bump
man.
back there. Yeah, you can't be flat back in there. And shit. It can't be. You trying to hit that back. Ain't nothing I'm hitting back there missing shit. I don't care about boobs. Yeah, she gotta be. You know, I don't look for like the stars, but like prettiest girl in the world. But I like somebody who likes my sense
But
of humor.
that makes sense. It depends on who it is, though, because some people look past the beauty.
Right.
My women have to be beautiful.
Right.
Because I don't think
I
I'm
ain't
the
mad at
most
you.
sexiest nigga in the world. I'm ugly, so I need my
Oh,
girl
come
to be
on, bro.
bro, you just telling me that you think I'm handsome.
Well, I'm not saying that, nigga, but
That's what you're telling me,
yeah,
right?
Well, you got a point there. You might be.
Right.
Well, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I went IG creeping on your ass. What I do on this section right here, I go through your Instagram since we talking about sexy and all that shit.
Right.
And so I was saying, let me see what he been doing in his life on his IG page. So I went to one. We talking about multicultural, you know. I saw a picture of this right here. What is happening here? Now, when they told you it was an all-white party, they meant the women too, nigga. What the fuck? Everything white in that picture.
I remember that.
I bet you do.
It was.
Ain't a Negro around. What's wrong with you? Where was you at, Sweden?
I was in. No. Was it? Where was I? I don't even remember where I was at, honestly. I think it might have been Berlin.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. No, yeah, that's Berlin. That white Berlin right there. That's Berlin right there too.
It might have been. But that particular area, I was actually shooting a movie.
Okay.
And at the time, I had my shirt off.
Really?
Yeah, I had it off, and then I came out to get some air, and I had somebody tell me to get my shirt on. But as I was putting it on, I noticed a fan taking a picture, and I was like, "Yo, you can just ask." So if you look at that
that's
look,
the story we're going
that
with.
look is like, really? Like you really gonna just take a picture?
No, that's story. What the fuck is she up there for? How'd that happen?
She's a fan.
Oh, fans do this now?
This why look at my face. I'm confused.
You should whoop that white woman ass, man, up there on your Bentley.
Listen, like
That's your girl.
When I leave America, like this is why I don't discriminate.
I see.
Look at the love they showing. Like she didn't care.
Nigga, she on your shit with her on feet, man.
But that's not even my car.
Oh, okay.
That's her car.
Oh, nice. Well, damn.
That's
man.
her car.
Oh, well, you had right move on that player. I fucks with you. Now I look different, okay? You got the white girl with the Bentley, huh? Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's
damn
her
it.
car.
And that's you over here, you know. Okay, we got you. It's all good.
And now I'm the only nigga in that whole street.
I see. Yeah, you like that. You nice and fashionable. Now, you like to wear some shit now. I'm going to give you credit. You wear some shit. I went on your page. I found another picture of your ass with some shit on. And I had to check out, well, what we doing with that right here, Blake? What we doing right there?
So,
that's off Old National? Where you get that? What the fuck is that, man? Come on, Akon.
All right, so that's fashion.
Where?
Congolese fashion.
Oh, okay. Congolese,
that's
okay.
African fashion.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So when you go, like, there's an area in West Africa called Congo.
Congo, yeah.
It's really colorful,
right,
vibrant, but it's cut, fit. That's what that is.
Okay. I see. That's pimping out here, boy. That's pimping.
Out here is pimping.
Yeah,
all day.
Would you rock that here?
100%.
Would you really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I rock that out here.
All right. Well, yeah. You extra fashionable. Now I took one more picture. I had to go one more picture on your ass. I had to find one more. And let's find out what the other picture you had. Okay, so you're getting COVID ready for this next concert tour. Is that what it is, nigga? Shit.
See, this was pre-COVID.
I know that.
I was already on this, right? So let me show you how that came about. That's what I call, that's my absorb ball, right? So when I first doing major concerts in these stadiums, every time I'm out there, I just got to touch the people.
I love it. Okay.
I don't know how to not to.
Okay.
So every time in every show, my audience was waiting for me to crowd surf, and I would jump off the speaker like.
Right. I see some pictures. Right.
This is what I do. But every time I did that, somehow, a week later, a month later, I get a lawsuit.
Oh wow!
Somebody either got hurt, or somebody back pains. You know,
man.
The usual hustle.
Right.
It'd be the same motherfucker that was backstage when we taking pictures.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, they got back pains, right?
Right.
I realized that every time that happened, I bought somebody a house.
Ain't that but a bitch?
Right, because you're gonna settle out. You can either fight it. You still gonna have to pay either the attorneys.
Right.
You know.
I feel you. I've been through that.
So instead of going through the whole process, listen, I'm about to spend about $50,000 fighting you.
Right.
Just take the money. Let's call it a day.
Right. Let's call it a day.
Or you can be stubborn, and I'm just gonna keep fighting you till you run out of money.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna run out of money on me. Right.
I know that's right.
So that will always be the settlement. They'll take the 50. We walk away.
Right.
So then I've discovered a whole new way to do it, without nobody getting hurt.
Right.
If anybody gonna get hurt, it's me.
I heard that.
Which you can't get hurt inside of a ball with nothing in it. So I would get inside the ball and just roll into the crowd, and they would just push me back and forth like a big ass beach ball.
That's dope.
That's how the concept. So now it's like a signature thing in my, like people will come just to be able to touch that ball.
Right. No, that's dope, man. I think you're a man of the people, and I love. That looks like it's in Africa, right? Am I sure?
That's Africa, yeah.
Okay. Or Jersey.
No, ain't gonna be that many black niggas.
No, nigga, like
Haiti could be Haiti though.
But yeah, that's dope. But you're so international. All right, so let's talk about real quick before I get you out of here. The album you got. You got an album you put out last year or year before last?
It was a Latin album.
A Latin
called El Negrito. It's called The Black One.
Right.
in Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I got
You had to look for that hard for that
I had to
title.
do it.
That's dope. That's dope. All right.
And it debuted #1, which is crazy. Like a lot of my urban, this is the reason why I always do different music in different languages, because I noticed that my crowd has been partitioned, right? Like niggas don't listen to music outside of rap and hip hop.
Okay.
They would never know that I got a Latin album out in full Spanish that went #1 on debut.
Wow.
But you just have to check it out, just out of curiosity. I just want people to just hear it.
Right.
Go and pull up El Negrito.
El Negrito.
Just
the black one.
I just want to you gotta do it. Like,
right.
And I know it sounds crazy, but you gotta do it. Like I'm literally speaking Spanish from top to bottom.
Really?
The whole album.
That's dope. No.
You know what I'm saying?
But you, like you said, you don't discriminate. You national. You worldwide, man. I think that's dope as hell, man. I appreciate you coming on my show, brother.
No, absolutely.
For real, man. I really, really appreciate it. You took me to another level with you coming on that show.
No,
now I can't
fun,
have these
bro.
old Fugees niggas tell me, nigga, I had Akon, man. Okay, you ain't no damn international artist, man. So,
ain't no excuse now.
Yeah, ain't no excuse,
I guarantee
man.
you, none of them niggas more busy than me.
Without a doubt. Well, on this show, we do a couple of things before you go. One, we do a thing called spin the wheel. So what I have a wheel. Every artist has to spin it, and whatever it lands on, you got to do it. It tells how you lost your virginity, if it's that. Tells a real secret, like that. We got a little money in here, but you don't need that one and stuff, okay? That ain't for you. We have a book that you can read the passage. It's like a Zane book. A celebrity crush. If you have a crush on a celebrity, you make a phone call, and you got 2 minutes to get them to come to your house or them to come to your house. Whoever your celebrity crush is, you got to do it. Who you trade places with if you had a chance to trade, and why. And also, the biggest lie you told. So maybe anything you told me just tonight, you can repeat again. Okay, yeah, I'm fucking with you. Real quick, you work with Michael Jackson, man.
Right.
I want to expound on that a little bit, man. That must have been, that's the greatest entertainer of all time, man.
Listen. That was because when I was locked up, I made a 10-year plan, right?
Okay.
And at the top of my goals was to one day work with Michael Jackson.
Really?
So once I achieved that in 5 years, I didn't really have nowhere else left to go.
Wow.
So honestly, after working with Mike, I felt like my accomplishments was I achieved.
But how'd you get to work with Mike though? I mean,
Man, funny enough, he reached out to me.
He called you? Really?
It was an attorney that we both shared, and through him, he connected me.
He knew that you would produce and all that he wanted. Yep. So you produced stuff for his album?
Yep, sure did.
Wow. How was it working for him?
Man,
from what you heard about Mike to what it is?
He was the easiest artist
Really?
I ever worked with.
The easiest?
The biggest, but the easiest. And he told me straight up, he said, listen, whatever you ask me to do, I'm going to do it. This is your show. He said, if you want me to bark on it, I will bark on it. It's whatever you say.
That's dope, man.
He said, I'm giving you the keys to guide me to what you want, because when I hired you, I'm hiring you to give me what you do.
And what song did you work? What song was that?
His second single was mine. It's called Hold My Hand.
Okay, Hold My Hand.
Yeah.
Wow. Were you intimidated working with him?
Nah, it was super
That's
comfortable,
dope.
man.
Really? He made you feel super comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, we felt like we known each other forever because I grew up on him, so I knew everything about him.
Right,
it was just surprising they knew everything about me as well. So it was like one of them things where we knew each other before we even met.
And when you heard he passed, what was your mind?
It was tough. I was actually on the road with Gwen Stefani when he passed. We was on tour together.
Wow.
And then we was on a tour bus watching CNN, and it hit us breaking news. As soon as it came on, I started looking, and then I started laughing at first. Cause I said, damn, this nigga Mike is brilliant. I just knew it was a joke. Cause I just saw him, like he was a man and a master of disguises. Like he'd be standing right next to you in the mall and you would not even know that's Michael Jackson.
Wow.
So he played those kind of pranks.
Right.
So when I saw that, I just said, okay, he about to roll out. He about to go crazy because he had just closed the 50 dates over at the O2 Arena in the UK.
Yep.
I said, this got to be a part of the marketing plan. He gonna make everybody, miss him, and he gonna just do something crazy. In my mind, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, this nigga brilliant. I didn't believe it.
Right.
Then they had the funeral at the Staples Center. Right. So of course, obviously, I was there with the family. We went out there, and then they had this nice little intro. And then they brought his casket out and put it in the center.
Yep, I remember that. Usher was on it and hanging
Everybody,
on it.
right? And it's just sitting there. And I'm like, ooh, I got it. I know what's about to happen. Mike gonna
You
pop
really
out.
thought it was...
Man, I promise you, bro.
No,
I did not want to believe it. Because then there's going to be some performances going on.
Right.
I said, this is going to be Mike's way of launching this whole shit. Because and the reason why I thought that, because me and we would have conversations about the myths of you know, Elvis Presley, how people think he's still alive.
Right.
Tupac.
Right.
You know, Machiavelli, like, you know. So
Right.
in my mind, I said, ooh, he figured out a way to make it all make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And
wow.
sure enough, bro, when it was time, they was letting everybody out, and that nigga still ain't pop out. I'm still waiting, like.
Looking back a little bit.
Like, yeah, like.
Look if he moving or not. He moving.
It took almost a whole year for me to believe that he was there.
Really? Wow, man, that's sad.
Yeah.
But think how lucky you were. You got to work with him, man.
Yeah.
I went to see him in concert in Germany one time, in Munich. I was making a movie in Munich. It was the time he had Luther Vandross and friends. Well, it was him and friends, and one was Luther Vandross, Pavarotti, the big white guy, was the opera.
I know what you're talking about.
Right, and that's when he went up. He did something, and he fell through the stage and broke his leg or fucked his leg up real bad. I don't know if you remember that. He messed his leg up. And he bounced back up and started performing on a bad leg and shit. We didn't know. I thought it was a joke or whatever.
Yeah.
And he comes up out of the back stage and started dancing, and found out that's when he started winning had a cane and stuff, and he had hurt himself. I was at that concert. I think it was in August of '99. You can look it up. August of '99 or something like that. He hurt his legs. But that's the closest I got to see Michael Jackson be around him, man. So you're lucky to have that intimate, relationship with him and say that. You have been blessed overly, brother, with your talent, man.
Sure.
And then, all you can do is thank God to give you that talent, man, and that hustle and that drive. And you, like I said, I commend you, and I think you're, like I said, a dope person. So, all right, let's play this real quick game right here. See where you spin it. You spin it. Everybody give him a roll. You know how we do it?
Let's
roll.
do it.
Yeah. Spin that joint and see where it lands and see what we're going to do. Yeah, do it. The biggest lie you ever told. Wow.
The biggest lie I ever told? Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
snap.
Was that I was a prince in Africa.
Well, you kind of rode that for a second.
I
and
rode
stuff.
it all through high school.
Did you get some punani behind that?
A lot of it.
What? That works?
It worked.
I'm a Prince too.
It worked.
I look more like Prince and shit. Okay,
Right. Yeah, you look just like that.
Yeah. Well,
Like
now
these
too.
long Jerry
And
curls,
shit,
man.
that's fucked up. But no, wow, you kept that Prince live forever, man.
Yeah, I
I mean,
kept
for a
it
long
for a
time. Yeah, for years. Damn, that's.
But you know what's funny? Later I found out there was a lot more other Africans using the same lie back then.
But I mean, yeah, coming to America made it happen. Y'all was off the chain with that. Well, look, before you get here, I'm gonna give you what we call a little swag bag. Everything is black owned. Check it out. Look at it. Look into it, man.
Yeah.
It's all black owned stuff in there, man. I hope you rock with it, man. See what it is.
Absolutely,
I forgot. I don't know everything in that joint. What's in there?
Well, you got water.
It's a black. Pull it out. It's a black owned water. What is that? What did I say? What that water is?
It says Montreal.
Montreal. Okay, Montreal is a black owned man out here. Not black owned, but black man who owns a business, man. It's water. He say it's water like you never tasted before. It's like water and shit, nigga. Wait, nigga told me that, man, you would taste it like I tasted it.
It tastes like water.
Like black water and shit.
They be tripping me out when they try to market water. Like, water's water, goddamn.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, one of my T-shirts, man. Come on, I got you the large size. 'Cause I know you like them a little tight. You know, they slim fit. You know, I like you showing your muscles and shit.
Yeah,
so large.
I'm gonna represent for you on this one, Daddy.
Yeah. So
I got the perfect kicks for these too.
Oh, do you really? Oh, you rock it, man. If you rock that, put it on Instagram.
I got you covered, Daddy. Yo.
And then what else is that? Oh, my book. Yeah, you gotta get the book, homie. My 100 Homies and Phonies of Hollywood. You met a lot of celebrities. I met a lot of celebrities. And someone was Fugees. So I got the new part, my 100 Homies and Phonies, and you the homie. So part 2, you gonna be
that's what's up.
But I met a lot of people, you know, they were really cool and celebrities. You know, some was crazy, some wasn't and shit.
That's what's up.
So yeah, I don't know if anything else is in
Word?
there. Oh, what else we got there?
It's a box of condoms.
Oh, no. Cards, nigga. Cards, okay.
Oh, cards.
And you got 6 kids, nigga. You don't need condoms, nigga, okay? You don't use condoms with them kids.
I got 9.
9 kids, but damn it, yeah. You should know the difference between condoms and non-condoms and shit, okay? That's a Comedy Hype card book, card game, and you can get it at comedyhype.com/shop.
That's super
so
dope.
Please represent, man. Yes, all black owned. I knew you was coming here, brother. I wore my jewels. Hey, Akon, thank you so much for coming on my show,
thank
brother.
you, man. I had a
really
great
mean that from the
time,
bottom
bro.
of my heart,
I
brother.
honestly did.
I'm in the beginning beginning stage trying to get the show popping and shit. We got a lot of love, people watching it, man. I appreciate it. But for you to come in, it helps solidify my show being a legitimate show, man. You didn't have to come. You kept your word. If you ever need me for anything, brother, please holler at me, all right, man?
1000%.
Y'all, hey, you know how we do it every week, man? We have a special guest. All my guests are special. My man Akon came through. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and the subscription bell. And subscribe and hang out with us, man, okay? Every week we got somebody dope. Is there any handles you want to say where people know you? They know you. Akon.
Yes, all my handles are at Akon.
Man, everything's Akon, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Give me a round of applause. Thank you.